Okay.
Leave it. What are you eating? Get in there. You're eating sauce. What's that? Cast on
God damn it. There we go.
Tell you exactly what I think of that. Gay.
Alrighty, let's get in here. Welcome in. We back, episode 2, Mailbox Sports. Today's topic, hot topic in Chicago, the general manager of the Chicago Bears, Ryan Poles. And so, while we have, I guess, mixed emotions, mixed thoughts, or ways in which we perceive the whole situation, we're going to go through something called the good, the bad, and the ugly of Ryan Poles. That'll touch on some of the draft picks, some of the coaching moves, decisions, so on and so forth, that we think may have us on shaky ground, or might quite possibly have us still remaining stead in our faith, real steady, mellow, or somebody may be totally above where anybody would think they would be and have supreme confidence. We don't know, but we get to talk about it. As usual, I got my co-host with me, Mr. Blue Facts. And now we got Shy Guy Ty.
What up?
Checking in.
Today, I hate to say it, but we're going to red cup it because I don't got a blue one. But we got to stay hydrated over here. Hydration gang. Don't worry about it. And so, I guess more so than the first question for anybody in this, anybody got any independent thoughts about Ryan Poles and the hire itself and when we got him? How do we feel about it? And how do we feel now? You know?
I think I'm gonna have to take the role as the person who probably speaks maybe the highest of Ryan Poles. I'm not gonna do a whole lot of bashing of Ryan Poles. Like if you recall last week, I don't think the roster represents a 5-win team, and so I think there's a lot of blame to throw at Ryan Poles. I just don't think that he's an easy out. I feel like it's easy to point fingers at him when you fire the head coach and you fire the offensive coordinator. And so, although he should take some blame, I think, if you think about what he started with, how many picks he had, how he went about acquiring picks, how he looked brilliant in trading away the first pick, and keeping Justin Fields and acquiring DJ Moore. I think he did a lot of things that, if we go back and we look at the full picture, there's more to be said than maybe what we are left with this nasty taste of 5 wins in our mouth. So I'm ready to. We can go further there, but I think let's not get too far ahead of us because we won 5 games.
And that's fine. But since we did get there first and have somebody more so in favor of or in the pro aspect, we're gonna open it up to the good. Let's find out.
Wait a second.
Yes,
Can I get a piece of the bad? Should we save this part for the ugly?
The good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm sorry, audience, if we don't know. I'm assuming this is a strong assumption. Shy Guy Ty is not on the side that Mr. Blue Facts will be on in this particular thought process about Ryan Poles. And so in that segment of bad, I'm pretty sure he's going to have a pretty fair amount of things that he can point out, and I think he might even got a list to it. Nonetheless, I'm hopeful that he can find a couple of things that he perceives as good while we cover the quote unquote the good of Ryan Poles, if we can even get into it that way.
Okay, so some of the good things I would say Ryan Poles did was, one, we kept Justin and we then acquired the first round pick nevertheless and got Caleb. I think we can all say that Caleb Williams has shown himself to be capable. We'll see how high his ceiling is, but I think he's He's shown himself to be capable in this year. We also then added DJ Moore and acquired additional picks. So I think when that first happened, we considered him to be like the Wizard of Oz. You know, he made magic happen. We was very high on that. I think that's something to be said for that.
And I would say that's like true and apparent. What I would look for in this one, since I know that you got what I want to quantify as 99 plaudits. Problems ain't one. Yeah. I want to see if Shy Guy Ty has anything that he thinks Ryan Poles has done on the good side.
He drafted Caleb Williams. The secondary is better. He got the punter, Torrey Taylor. He did get that guy. That's a good acquisition.
Are we not being facetious when we say that?
No, that's a good a good acquisition.
Okay.
I mean, he's a really good. That's the best punter. He's one of the best punters in the league already in his first year. So that worked out pretty well.
Okay.
Okay.
And he got DJ Moore.
Okay. What do we think about? So you're so I have a list of players and I have good and bad by a few of their names. So Tariq Stevenson, we're saying, was that a good or bad?
That's a good because he's a
I
good
say
player.
good.
He's a good player.
Okay.
He's a knucklehead, but he's a good
Darnell Wright. What about Darnell Wright?
Remains to be seen.
I'm still leaning towards good in the sense that I didn't hear very many negatives this year, and while I didn't hear as much positives as I like, I didn't hear his name called extensively in games amongst the line in terms of his mental mistakes. So while I want to see more, I'm going to say that it's good more so than remain neutral on it.
He had the best highlight of the season on that run where he erases. I can't remember who it was. He erases that guy on the block. He has the best highlight of the season.
Okay.
He destroyed a guy on a block. It was I think it was on the DJ screen. He destroys a guy.
Okay.
You just hear the impact that he makes. So yeah, he's pretty good.
And I can see that because most of DJ's productive screens come to the right side.
Okay.
You said, and so that's your draft pick. Let's keep going.
I'm skipping around.
Oh, you're going to play. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I get you. Players.
There's some that we can just agree with. I think there's some. So DJ Moore, I think we can say that was successful. Javon Dexter.
I like Javon.
Senior. Okay.
I'd like to see more.
I would. I think progressively he's getting better. He gained weight.
5 games, we would all love
no, I'm
more.
saying, but I think he's more focused this year in terms of what's expected of him. He put more emphasis on weight training and everything to be more the prototype in the middle. I think refinement and polishing still going to be able to come with that because, I mean, it is kind of learning how to carry a new body. So, like you said, want to see more, but in the right direction.
Now, where I push back on what you just went with, I do not like what he's done. I do not like what he's done with his body.
No,
you're a defensive tackle. You're a nose tackle. Him shedding weight does not do anything because now you're not plugging as big of a hole. I heard that when they said, "Oh, he's smaller."